10 months ago, two NASA astronauts, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, went to the International Space Station on a mission that was only supposed to last them 8 days. Now, something had ended up going wrong with the spacecraft that they were on, some kind of malfunctions that wouldn't allow them to fly back into Earth's atmosphere and land back to Earth safely. So they were stranded up there on the International Space Station for literally 10 months. It was supposed to be an 8-day mission. They ended up being there for 10 months. And last week, the real life Iron Man slash Batman, without, the fighting skills, of course, Elon Musk saved these astronauts from being stranded literally in the Earth's atmosphere up in space. And within doing that, he becomes the first independent private space company that actually went that far out of Earth's atmosphere and went into orbit, right? Catching the International Space Station with his spacecraft and getting his spacecraft up to 17,000 miles per hour to match the speed of the International Space Station, get close enough to it to where they can attach what he calls the Dragon capsule, right? So here's just a quick video of that happening. Now, I couldn't imagine being those astronauts. That's literally like a space horror movie. You go up into space to get put on the International Space Station, and then you're literally trapped up there. They literally actually made a movie about that with like the world going to war, and then the people at the International Space Station, they all fight each other. I haven't watched the movie, but seems interesting enough. But anyway, I couldn't imagine not, anticipating you staying that long and then getting there, going through the process of like, oh shit, we're stuck here. And all we're going to eat is astronaut food for the next 10 months. And this was not planned. So I was not ready for this. Like when you're not prepared for something, it takes a huge detrimental effect, right? Like on your mental. And throwing a wrench into the equation is like a total understatement for what had just happened. Their whole shit got fucked up. Like these astronauts have families they got to go back to, you know what I mean? And for them to have the fear of like they might not ever see their children again, or their family members or anything like that again, or they might not be there for certain special occasions that go on, within their life. It's just crazy to me that there wasn't any other way that we could, have helped these guys out sooner, because Elon Musk does talk about how he reached out to the White House prior to when Biden was in the administration. And, he could be lying. Who knows? But he did say he reached out to let them know that we could get those guys back. And, they just didn't act on it. But now, we got them back. I think it's fucking awesome. I really do think it's literally like a superhero move. Like, you got to space and you saved people in a craft going 17,000 miles an hour across, the Earth's atmosphere. And it's just insane to me. Like it was awesome to see. The footage is crazy. It does look, it kind of almost looks fake, but you got to understand that when the spaceship is connecting to the international space station, I can't say that fucking word. When it connects, it is in a time lapse, so everything around looks like weird, and it just like approaches really weird. It just looks a little weird because it's a time lapsed video, because it was like really, it took a minute for them to be able to connect and do it all. But it's an interesting video to watch. The Dragon capsule actually landed back down on Earth with the astronauts, I think yesterday or the day prior. Here's the clip of that.
And there you are getting a great view of Crew 9 inside Dragon Freedom as it returns back to Earth. We are awaiting the drogue deploys. This view coming from the WB-57 high altitude plane. And there you see it on your screen, drogue deployment.
Drogue descent rate nominal.
Pacific time this afternoon. And there we go.
We have visual on 4 healthy mains.
That view was from inside
Freedom copy.
That view is from inside one of the buckets where the parachutes are located. So we see a great view there of the reefing on those parachutes. And as those main parachutes begin to inflate fully off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
And splashdown. Crew 9 back on Earth.
And something Elon Musk pointed out when he was talking about it the other day, something interesting that I thought was that re-entering Earth's atmosphere, we all know things that come in super fast. They're pretty much a meteorite, right? Because they're coming in, they catch on fire. Now, Elon was saying that the spacecraft, the capsule they used to come back down, it has a front plate, a big old front metal plate. And if anything were to go wrong with that metal plate and, that heat where it would be allowed to get through to the rest of the capsule, the people within the capsule and the capsule itself would be evaporated immediately. I mean, it's kind of obvious. We've seen that with meteorites and asteroids coming down into our atmosphere. They catch fire and they pretty much disintegrate almost. But yeah, I mean, I thought that shit was really badass, despite, your political takes on them. We should just throw that out the window. The fact is, he sent a spacecraft into space to save people stuck on a spacecraft in space, flying at 17,000 miles an hour. He calculated it to the fucking T, saves 2 astronauts, brings them back after, they were stranded for 10 months with what was supposed to be an 8-day mission. That's just impressive. Like, no matter how you look at Elon Musk with, your political values or whatever it may be, the fact that he did that is badass. Like, you can't say it's not, and if you say otherwise, you're lying. You're just lying to yourself. But yeah, anyway, that's the video. Peace out.